Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Hindsight is always 20/20. Actor and singer Tyrese is opening up about his past relationship with his ex-wife. He says he realized she was never actually in love with him. Instead, it was purely transactional, and he believes she only wanted him because of his status. So how can regular folk spot these signs and red flags? I called in therapist Dr. Angela Jones to help, and he was much more animated about this. He said, I have worked with some of the best actors and actresses in Hollywood. I did not know the best one was living with me.
I must say that's a good punchline, right? That was good.
Someone who pretended to love and care for me, but she was there for my status.
Yeah.
That is not that unusual.
It's not. It's not. So, I mean, I'm not here to debate if what he went through is real or not. What we know is that there are people out there that look for certain types of people because they want what they have, or they just want to be in that space with them. How do you determine?
To be realistic, those who have are looking for certain people too.
Absolutely.
And they know in the back of their minds.
Yes, they do.
That this person is with them only because, but they put it out of their minds.
You know, the thing is that if someone is there for money and money is important, I can guarantee, especially for a woman, we're going to tell you that money is important. It's up to you and, you know, the relationship you have to kind of determine, like, what does she mean by that, or what does he mean by that? And I'm saying both because I am seeing a lot more women now getting taken for half by their ex-husbands and the people that they're with. But how do you determine that? And it really is, it's about morals. It's about understanding who they are. But, you know, it's just really tricky because honestly, the way the game is these days, people can scam you and you will never know you're scammed until the end. And it's just kind of hard to determine.
And you use the term game.
Yeah.
And that happens a lot. But I want to get back to the point that I made earlier. Sometimes the so-called victim, they know what they're getting into.
You're right.
They're just hoping for the best.
They do, right? You know, if you're a millionaire or a billionaire and you marry a college student with no job, living with their parents, or they just got fired and they're living with their friend Pookie, and you bring them in and you start dressing them up.
Right.
I mean, you're kind of already setting yourself up for failure. You kind of know who you're married to. And then to be surprised at the end when the divorce happens or something happens like that, that is what usually surprises me. At the end of the day, what happens is, like, we're marrying for love, but we're forgetting that this is a business transaction, which is why we have to sign paperwork, which is why we have to go to court.
Wow. You know, that's important.
It is what it is.
A light just went off. It's a business transaction.
Exactly.
No matter what you think about love, because you're signing documents to attest to this business transaction.
Absolutely. If we were just marrying for love, we wouldn't have to sign anything. It would just be, I love you, you love me, the end. But at the end, the core of marriage, it started with transactions. I'm marrying you for land, stability, money, and to procreate. So at the end of the day, what you're doing when you're signing the marriage certificate, you're signing an official document saying we're in love, but we're also in business. And people forget that part when they say I do.
And you're lucky to at least have a little bit of love in there.
You're lucky if you do. I mean, because people sit there and talk about, like, Marjorie Harvey and Steve Harvey. She only married men with money, but she loves Steve. They're together, they're a successful couple. So it's not always an indicator, like, if money is important, that she is a gold digger. She just may say, you know, I'm just not going to date anybody that's broke. If I'm not broke, I don't want to date anybody that's broke either. So it's just about standards and being able to differentiate, like, are you only for me because of who I am, like Tyrese is saying, or are you just setting a standard for yourself and that is what you go by? And
should you find someone who may be on your same level and you're like, okay, I don't have any second thoughts about why they're marrying me. It could be love, but I mean, it's an equal business partnership. I mean, you can, but honestly, if I had one tip for millionaires and billionaires and they're looking for love and want something serious, hire a matchmaker. Like, that really helps you go through the riffraff, and you have someone who's specifically out there for you, vouching for you, finding the right fit. If you invest in shoes, cars, homes, invest in a matchmaker, and they can find you the right match, someone who has the same morals and ideals as you. All right, Dr. Angela Jones, good to see you tonight. Always great advice. Hope you feel better. Thank you. She came out sick for us. I know. Wish her well.